All right, I finally got the panel installed. Probably should have done that a long time ago. I had to get to space fillers because I accidentally popped those out as I was working my way down on things and then realized I was taking too many out. So, and then I still have my big cardboard cheat sheet. So I need to transfer all of that. I have a picture of this in my phone too, just in case, and then I need to transfer it to here. I've got a few breakers on, as you can see, and so I just wanted to get that all set. The other thing I had to crawl up here and do is, let me turn around. They're gonna blow the insulation in this weekend, so before I leave to go help my friend run his 100-mile race, I had to get the thermostat wire, which I had coiled right there, popped down through the drywall, so it's hanging there. So when we mount the shop heater, we've got gas, power, and thermostat, which runs over here and drops into a thermostat location over there. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Yep. You've gone almost 50 miles. 47. Our garage doors are installed. We had somebody that does really nice work install them for us. Just one of those things we decided to let somebody else do so that it could be done quickly. They did it in less than one day. And it's just dialed in and perfect, so. It'll grow on me, but I was going to wire everything inside the walls. And then just because I had electrical installation fatigue, I was like, oh, I don't even feel like doing it. And now it would have taken me an hour to run those wires and pop them out at the bases where the lights go on. So kind of silly that I didn't do it, but oh well. But the garage is coming together. Show you what they look like from the outside. All black with windows, and we ordered what's called a plain finish. So, looking decent. We last minute asked to put the windows in, so I'm glad we did that. Glad. We decided not to do these end panels that I made. I'm just worried about the look of them. So Brandy was able to go to IKEA and talk to a more knowledgeable person, and there is a panel for here. But side by side, I think I talked about this on a previous video, they're almost perfect sitting like that with the long side here to cover this seam and the short side here. But they stick out probably 1/4 of an inch total, and so maybe 1/8 on each side. And so I remember it wasn't the up to code, KODE, not that guy. He's the guy that taught me how to do the bases, but a different guy who sounded like he had kind of like a European, maybe Swedish or Northern Europe accent. If you find his video, I can't remember his name. He did this method here for the island, but I remember him now saying he spaced it slightly. I didn't have these at the time to figure out how wide these should be, but in retrospect, I wish I had, because then I could have easily spaced this a little wider. I think with a 1/2 inch piece instead of a 3/8, it would have made these almost perfect, dead on. And I could have easily done that. But I'm not going to disassemble the whole thing. So. Anyway, we're affixing these to the sides just the way the instructions say, with 4 screws, 1 in each corner. And the screws are down in these boxes in the lip. I thought it didn't come with any, so I was using my own. And on one, I pushed through slightly and created a bubble. Looks more prominent in the video than in person, but kind of frustrating. But all of these ends now are covered. And now I'm doing this 2 island ends. And I had the panel that comes with these cabinets is 2 inches too high. They don't actually make a end panel for this application. So I just 2.5 inches. So I just had to rip 2.5 inches off there. So we'll mount those up, and we think we're gonna overhang them under the island, and hopefully nobody notices them, because there's gonna be an overhang here, and we're just hoping it just appears to be that's the way it was designed. So those are on. I don't mind that seam there, it looks nice. And the cut side is there. That'll be covered by the overhanging countertop. So you won't see that. But what you will see is I set these side flush, because the countertop only overhangs to here. Since the countertop will overhang out to here, and we're hoping it just kind of masks the visual. You can see that's about 7/8 of an inch. Instead of over here, it's about 5/8 of an inch. So it's gonna be a significant little deal there. Maybe about 1/8 of an inch sticking out past. But again, that should be concealed. So if I were building these again, I would find somebody knowledgeable at the store, get both these panels, and then get the proper measurement and then gap this. And I'm thinking that instead of a 3/8 inch gap piece here, have a 1/2 inch, and it would have been perfect. So as it is, it looks nice. You can see the end panels on these look good, and normally they sit perfectly flush with the outside there. And with the 3/8 in the back here, on these big, deeper cabinets, the regular cabinets, it sits perfect. Although, if the wall has a little variation to it, it'll sometimes gap a little bit. So, over here, I think it was flush. Yeah, it's pretty much flush there. But still looks good. All right, that's done. Now they can come Monday and draw the templates for the counters. And these guys, Brandy and Annie, are wrapping up painting. I think this room's done, and I can do the electrical, and the bedrooms are getting close, and the hallway. The other thing they did today while I was gone, helping my friend run a 100-mile trail race last night, is I can feel the insulation piece on there. They blew in the attic, from what I understand. Yep. There we go. Look at that. We are all blown in. Can't see what you can see. Anyway. Oh. We're insulated. And I need to wire up the doorbell. I can't forget to do that. I'm gonna go check, see if they did the rim joist or if that's delayed. All right, so that's it. Feels like it's getting closer and closer. Beautiful day. The colors, fall colors have been amazing. So this thing came damaged. We had to glue this back on. And it's warped. Okay, we got a bunch of people working today. rock solid granites here to measure for all our stuff, our countertops. Matthew's up there finishing up. Looks like he's done with the soffit. We had a lot of rain this morning, so everything's all wet. I had to work on that counter that I just showed you a brief clip of. Putting it all together and putting it in place because they needed to template it for the counter, the granite, sorry. I finished the outlets here in the garage, so now the garage is fully wired, except for that thermostat for the shop heater. I need to order that and figure out how to install those. Brandy's painting. Doing a bunch more kitchen wiring today. Got quite a bit done. All these outlets, all these outlets, putting GFCI, if I have 2 outlets, as the first in the run. Cove heater, thermostat for above the window, and this pantry is completely done. That was already wired. That's the microwave dedicated line. Then we have this and the lights. So pretty sweet. Be a nice giant pantry right off the kitchen. So we have to go upstairs and downstairs. Everything we want to eat or cook will be in there. Kind of a pain. All right, we have hallway lights on the 3-way switches. So you can flick them on and off at both ends. Those are working. And we have a closet light. The outlet's working. So far, everything's working. The only thing that doesn't work is this GFCI. It's just this outlet, and then it kicks up to where the oven vent will be. And this keeps popping. It'll stay on for 10 or 15 minutes, and then it just goes, and it pops. It's brand new, so I don't know what the deal is. I wired it the same way I have the others. This one's wired the same, and it's staying on for me. So, anyway. But we have multiple rooms with lights. And the tile guy was here to do a little more tile, Mike. So he's been working on the entryway here, putting the metal in place. And I think he finished the stripe. He did, and the top. So we've got that green stripe. He's all done in there, so he's just working up the way. I like this metal edging. It's really cool. It's a nice clean look. So they took the template for that to do the granite piece, and then all of the kitchen. And it'll take 1 month for them to go back, cut, and then schedule us to come out. And it'll be the first week in November. That'll probably be one of the last things. And if we're not moving in by then, we'll be pretty darn close. So we're just, feels like we're right on the edge of having all the electrical done, and then I'll start laying wood floors probably as soon as I get cove heaters to get the heat just right in here. And then he'll jump from the shower to laying tile in the bathrooms and the laundry. And we just need septic and the finished plumbing, so it's right there. Right here, October 2nd or 1st or 3rd, I don't know what day it is. Gotta figure out that GFCI. It's a beautiful day. I can't wait to live here. It's really pretty. Pretty views. Rain, rain, rain. The summer of never-ending rain. I think I'll go watch Monday Night Football.